Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager 24 beta save with Real Madrid. If you do go on to enjoy, make sure to drop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new, and get a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. The January transfer window is now open. We've spent £86 million on a new striker. If you play Football Manager 24, you should know exactly who that is. We've finally got a big striker in through the door. We've seen a departure as well to someone who is pretty relevant at the football club. Let's go find out. Now, unfortunately, at this point, my microphone wasn't working, but basically, we sold Lunin to Burnley for £7 million. He was out of contract in the summer, and he was complaining about his lack of game time because he wasn't getting into the Ukrainian squad. He was never going to sign a new contract with the football club, so I personally feel a £7 million fee is a pretty decent one to get. And our new signing then is none other than Victor Osimhen. Obviously, he's got an £86 million release clause with Napoli, and we've managed to bring him in through the door. Now, he's not played a game yet, and he won't be playing a game in today's episode. He's on international duty with Nigeria until the 4th of February, so that's not exactly ideal, but he's in £86 million on 170 grand a week until 2028. If I don't say so myself, it's a very, very good sign, and I'm very happy to get him in through the door. In terms of how we've got on then since you were last with us, we've not been doing too badly, to be fair. The last match you saw was, I think it was this 4-1 win at home to Manchester City. Since then, we had a 1-0 win at home to Almeria. Not exactly a convincing win, with our only goal being a third-minute penalty, but a win is a win. Then a 1-0 win away at Union Berlin, a 4-2 win at home to Celta Vigo, a 5-0 win at home to Alaves, a 1-0 win away at Barcelona in the El Clasico, Joselu coming up with the goal in that one before. Most recently, a 3-1 win at home to Sevilla, and also a 1-1 draw away at Valencia. In today's episode then, we have a cup special today. We have Atletico Madrid in a neutral venue in the Super Cup semi-final, then also the Spanish Cup third round against, for some reason we don't know, and the game is in 10 days time, so I don't really know why we don't know, but a cup double for us today. A new £86 million signing is in through the door as well. Let's get into match day number 1. Here is how we line up then for the first game of today's episode at home. Well, I say at home, it's at a neutral venue against Atletico Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup semi-final. We've got Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal, a back four of Nacho, Rudiger, Alaba and Mendy, with a midfield of Tchouaméni, Valverde and Bellingham, who's now back from injury, which is very good. On the wings, you've got Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr., and leading the line is top goal scorer this season, Joselu, with 15 goals. Our next highest goal scorer is Alaba with 4. Actually, to be fair, I tell a lie, Modric has got 9 and Tobias has got 5 and Rodriguez has got 6. But in terms of the players who should be starting week in, week out, it's not exactly ideal, so maybe substitutions need to get more minutes. Maybe Modric and Ceballos deserve more. Let's see how we get on then in today's game. You've selected one substitute outside of the matchday squad. I didn't know I'd done that, if I'm being honest, but we've got a very strong team out there, so fingers crossed we can get the job done. You never know, though. At the end of the day, we have struggled at times this season. You know, I remember in that first leg against Man City, which you saw earlier on in the season, we struggled really, but then in the second leg, we completely battered them. So it seems like if we're at the Bernabeu, we do pretty well. If we're not, then we struggle a little bit. And this one is a neutral venue. For some reason, it's also taken a very long time for the teams to warm up. I've been sat here for nearly 2 minutes waiting for them teams to warm up. So fingers crossed, they're nice and warm now. My computer seems to be going a little bit slow today, so I do apologise about that. It probably means this video is not going to make it out for 6 o'clock now. Fingers crossed it's not much later than that, though, if that is the case. They line up then in a very strong side. Simeone is still their manager. Morata probably going to score. Obviously, he's been at many of the big clubs around Europe. Real Madrid was one of the few, I think he was at right at the start, wasn't he? So he's probably written in the stars for him to score in this one. We now can't get into the dressing room. Why is this all taking so long? At least we can have a read here of the press officer social roundup. Fermin Quintalina says that he's happy that Rudiger is starting. Hashtag SD1. Whatever that means. And Mark Penedo says Vinicius Jr. Drake had better have a good reason for picking him. Hashtag SD1. Am I SD1? Why is the manager got the number 1 shirt? I'm not too sure why that is, but I mean, Vinicius Jr. is literally our best player. Are we allowed in the dressing room yet? Oh, we are. The media are giving you a lot of credit lately. Can we get straight into the match preview? Oh, we can. Not a lot's really loading. There we go. We're in. Are we in? Are we kicking off? We're kicking off. Love that. We're underway. Nope, we're not underway. We're not underway yet. We're nearly underway. Oh, we're progressing. Are we underway? We're underway, finally. Early highlight as well. Kepa Arrizabalaga out wide into Ferland Mendy on this left-hand side. He finds Vinicius Jr. looking to prove the supporters wrong. Picks up the ball here on the left wing. Going inside the penalty area here. To the byline he goes, going around them all. Nearly got a shot in there. That would have been a very good start for us. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get the shot off. The thing is as well, I don't actually remember playing any games previously in this cup competition. So are we just automatically in the semi-final? I wouldn't have thought that's how it had worked, but I don't remember playing in any other rounds. It might have been right at the start, but I don't really remember if I'm honest. Hoslu's in on goal here. He strikes and scores. The referee has got his hand in the air and he's going to have his finger in his ear. Is this goal going to stand? 15 minutes on the clock. VAR are checking the goal. The goal is offside. It is not going to count. Goal disallowed. Was it a tight decision maybe? Valverde headed the ball on here. Found Vinicius Jr. I mean, you can see the lines there. Joselu clearly offside in the end. Great finish from him. It's a shame he was offside. I mean, you look at the Atletico Madrid team. Would anyone expect anything different than 9 players behind the ball when Simeone is their manager? Rodrigo, free kick into the box. Tchouaméni, free header. And that is 1-0. For a defensive coach like Simeone, the way he set his team up to defend that set piece was awful. Everyone was at the front post. We had 4 or 5 players just lining up there at the back post. Rodrigo, great ball in. Tchouaméni with a brilliant header, and just less than half an hour on the clock. It's Real Madrid 1, Atletico Madrid 0, and almost out of nowhere, really, Atletico Madrid have switched off, and we take the lead in today's game. Hopefully. My computer will be fixed soon. Vinicius Jr. picks up the ball then on this near side, driving over the halfway line. He's carrying it a long way here and finds Jude Bellingham. He looks for a ball back into Vinicius Jr. To the byline he goes, cuts back and finds Ferland Mendy. Bit of room here. He's going to get a crossover shot to the byline. Cuts it back on the second occasion. He finds Jude Bellingham, who finds his 5th goal of the season. Number 5 scores his 5th, and it's Real Madrid 2, Atletico Madrid 0. Doubling our lead here in the Spanish Super Cup semi-final, I think it is. Great play there from Mendy. We had a little bit of lag around this stage, but he did well to cut the ball back on the second occasion. Bellingham hits it into the ground, past the goalkeeper. Real Madrid 2, Atletico Madrid 0, just before half-time. It's not been a pretty game so far, but it's definitely a deserved lead. They're yet to have a shot on target. I'm surprised that they've had as much of the ball of what they had. There's half-time, 2-0 to Real Madrid. What 45 minutes that was. You have blown them away. That was a very impressive first half. Can the second half be just as impressive? Can we get some more goals? We will make our subs in around 15 minutes or so, but when my computer's acting, that might be in about 7 days' time. Free kick for us here then on the edge of the box. David Alaba to take. 54 minutes on the clock. Our left-footed centre-back steps up, crosses it in. It's a cross-come shot in the end. Good save from the keeper. I think it's one you're definitely expecting to make with it being on his side, but still good attempt there from Alaba. Corner ball to come in here. They're much more organised than what they were from that free kick. Tchouaméni flicking it on at that near post. Wide over Wover. Not a great one that. We will now make our substitutions though. We'll give it a couple more minutes. We'll get Bellingham off. Vinicius Jr. off. Joselu could maybe do with being changed as well. He's not exactly having a very good game. We've got a couple of tired bodies out there. So Vinicius Jr. is going to come off here for... Dani Ceballos has done pretty well on that left wing, so we'll get him on that side. Joselu is going to come off for Alvaro Rodriguez, and a final change for now is Jude Bellingham is going to come off for Luka Modric. We said we wanted to give Modric and Ceballos some more game time, so Modric has an opportunity here. He's going to play as an attacking central midfielder. 3 changes made there. We've still got 2 more to make. I think Alaba's probably going to be one of them. And maybe a Rodrigo. We might go Valverde. We'll have to wait and see in around 5 minutes or so. But Atletico Madrid have not really offered much in this game so far. Rudiger picks up the ball here then, off of Tchouaméni. He goes out wide into Ferland Mendy. Down the line looking for Ceballos. Into Alvaro Rodriguez. And on the second occasion, gets a second bite of cherry. Lino's kept his flag down there. Good save in the end from their keeper. He's made a few decent saves in this game. Corner ball then, which Modric will take. Right foot in swinger. It's a deep one looking for Rodriguez at the back post. Cleared away by Jimenez, and Alaba's header back into the box is easily collected by the goalkeeper. Let's now make some more substitutions. Who have we got on the bench? Not a lot really. I think we're going to bring Vasquez on for Alaba and put Nacho at centre half. Vasquez as an inverted supportive wing back there. Final change of the game. Camavinga's going to come on for Valverde in that midfield and just go with a like-for-like change there, but a little bit more balance and control on the ball. 15 minutes or so left on the clock. It is a free kick for us here. Modric stood over this, and I'm feeling confident about it. He steps up and strikes and finds the back of the net. Our number 10 with his 10th goal of the season. Our number 5 had his 5th, and now our number 10 has his 10th. Well, that is absolutely beautiful to see. 15 minutes left on the clock. We are progressing through into the Super Cup final. Modric with a brilliant free kick there. The keeper has had a very good game overall, but he didn't really stand much chance with that one. Let's give him some praise, and that should just about be enough to see us through into the final. They're looking absolutely shattered for a team who've not really offered much in this game. They've actually had more of the ball than we have, which is really surprising for our Atletico Madrid side, but fair play to us at the end of the day. Although Modric has given the ball away, don't let them score a goal. I feel like they don't deserve a goal. We deserve a clean sheet, and the clean sheets haven't been common for us so far this season. So a clean sheet in this one would be very nice. Kepa is currently on a 7 match rating as well. 3 minutes added on at the end of today's game. Can we see it through to full time? There is the full time whistle. Real Madrid 3, Atletico Madrid 0. We progress through into the Spanish Super Cup final pretty comfortably in the end as well. That's a great win. It's always extra satisfying to get one over on your rivals. I completely forgot that was a Madrid derby as well. We've now got some sort of other cup match to play, but we still don't know who it's against. So when I find out who it's against, I'll show you. Cup double, but we don't actually know who we're playing yet. Mouth-watering El Clasico derby in Super Cup final, which is going to be played in a few days. So you were meant to be watching this semi-final, which I saw a notification saying we only enter at the semi-final, and then this game in a Spanish Cup third round, but instead you've now got an El Clasico in the Super Cup final. It's a Super Cup double. Another signing coming in through the door. Then we don't really have much transfer budget left because of that Osimhen signing. So Sofiane Diop is going to be our next signing. £25 million fee and another £2 million after 50 games with a £74 million release clause, 4-year deal on 84 grand a week. We just needed another option to play on the wing. So Sofiane Diop is in through the door. Welcome to Real Madrid. Now, his potential, I think, was 4-star, current ability 2.5 stars. So fingers crossed my scouts have got this one right. You never know, though, at the end of the day. And also, star rating isn't the be-all and end-all, but we've got Brahim Diaz and Arda Güler who can play on the right wing, and no one else who can really play on the left apart from like an Alvaro Rodriguez or a Dani Ceballos. So we've got him in. He isn't as good as what I was hoping for, considering we've just spent 27 million on him, but he's not done too bad, to be fair, at Nice. Say that. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists in 17 this season, but he has averaged 7.12. At the end of the day, you can't judge a signing based on how he's got on at other clubs. We can't register him at the moment. Wait, why does Alvaro Rodriguez need to be registered? Can we... I don't see, but the thing is, I don't want to unregister him and then he can't play. What means that? They've got to be 17 or younger that don't have to be registered. Players registered for the first team are not allowed to play for a lower team. Players signed on free transfers can be registered at any time. So we're going to have to unregister someone here. We're going to unregister Lauren, I guess. All right, we're going to unregister Lauren so we can register Sofiane Diop. Confirm the selection. I don't know if he's going to be happy about that, but he's not really planned to be playing at all anyway. Sofiane Diop can now have the number... Why? Someone will have to let me know down in the comment section down below why... Oh, is that registered for a goalkeeper? I think that's what it is. Anyway, we're going to give him the 28 shirt. Does it really matter? Fingers crossed he's a good signing for us. He's in through the door, and there we go. We've now spent over £100 million. Euros? Pounds? We've spent a lot of money. I think it would be a good idea to hold a team meeting to give the players some words of encouragement ahead of the upcoming cup final. I'd focus on the opportunity we have to write a new chapter in the club's history in here. Let's talk to the team then about the upcoming cup final. This is a recommendation from Roy Keane. We're going to be positive. We're going to say, I expect to win this final, and I want to see that sort of attitude from every one of you. Everybody agrees. Vinicius Jr. certainly doesn't want to lose a cup final, and he wouldn't even contemplate the idea of it. Love that. This is a sort of winning mentality I've already instilled at the football club, as if Real Madrid weren't already serial winners. Let's see how we line up. Here we have it then. Here's how we line up for the Spanish Super Cup final against Barcelona. In the El Clasico, we've got Kepa in goal. A back four of Vázquez, Rudiger, Alaba and Mendy. With Tchouaméni, Camavinga and Modric in the midfield. Valverde and Bellingham both dropped to the bench after not impressing in the last match. The front three then is Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr and Joselu. We could see a debut today for Sofiane Diop, who's recently been performing at a 7.76 for, was it OGC Nice, where we have signed him from. It's a big statement from myself, dropping Jude Bellingham down to the bench after scoring in the last match, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Luka Modric. I'm giving him the opportunity in this one, and if we need Bellingham, we can always bring him on off the bench. We've previously beaten Barcelona earlier on in the season at the Nou Camp, 1-0 in that one. And I'm hoping we can get a similar result in this one. You know, winning the Spanish Super Cup would obviously be a great start to the season. It's not my priority. My priority is the league and the Champions League. But the more trophies that we win, the less likely I am to be sacked at the end of the day. And Real Madrid, you're expected to win every single trophy. They've got a strong team. I'm not sure about Oriol Romeo, though. I think he's certainly somebody we can identify as a weakness. Go out there and prove to everyone that you are winners. Pretty much everyone is inspired by that one. Let's kick off then, get underway for today's game. They're going with this really weird 4-2-2 system. They don't play with wingers, they play with 2 number 10s, which is slightly different. We're now distributing to fullbacks for this game and also telling them to use the ball in the wide area to really stretch them. Their left back has already picked up a booking, which means Rodrigo just needs to run at Cancelo now and try and get him sent off. We've certainly started the better of the two sides. They've had a lot more of the ball, but we're having more shots and more chances with it. We've had 3 corners inside the first 20 minutes. Kepa is having a good game. They're slowly growing back into it. No highlights as of right now, so I'm giving them some more encouragement. Half an hour on the clock. Still 0-0. Still yet to see a highlight. And we're now at 35 minutes and nothing is happening. Are we going to get any sort of highlights? It's not exactly the most entertaining of finals, is it? Maybe we used up all our goals in the last match. Our left back has also now picked up a booking. We've got a lot of tired players out there just before half time. Is there going to be some late drama in this first half? Camavinga is intercepted there by Frankie de Jong, and now Pedri picks up the ball here. Driving down this near side, can we get a tackle? And obviously we've got Vasquez playing at right back, so he's a little bit more offensive than Nacho, but Frankie de Jong picks it up on the edge and strikes and makes it 1-0 to Barcelona. It's a first goal of the season for Frankie de Jong, and it's assisted by Oriol Romeo, who we were just criticising as a weakness at the start of the game. I mean, that was far too easily there for Barcelona. I'm not too sure what these two clowns are doing, but they've both gone to the same ball, but not really gone to the ball. Romeo found de Jong, who had all the time in the world to pick his spot, and it's gone under Kepa. Shocking goalkeeping, shocking defending all around, and it's a terrible time to concede a goal all around there. That is very, very disappointing. I'm thrashing the arms. You have been terrible so far, and I'm going to go in and make a change because that is simply not good enough. I mean, do I make a statement and bring off Vinicius and Rodrigo? Maybe not. Probably not the wisest thing to do. What about Jude Bellingham? How high up the pitch can he play? Do you reckon we could play with that striker? Is this crazy to do? Play him as a shadow striker like that, and we'll play Luka Modric now as a deep line playmaker. Play Camavinga as the box-to-box, and we'll just get our wing-backs to really bomb on up the pitch. I mean, am I crazy to play that a striker? 4-3-3-0. We're doing it. We're going without a striker. We're going to give them some encouragement. Can we out Barcelona? Does that make sense? I mean, defensively, they're looking very strong. If this doesn't work, we can always bring on Alvaro Rodriguez on off the bench, but we'll give him 20 minutes or so playing without a striker and see what can happen. I mean, there's been no highlights in the game apart from the goal. And Barcelona do now have a corner. João Cancelo to take it. 2 hands up in the air. Right-footed swinger towards the edge of the box. Christensen's on the edge of the box. And central defender Andreas Christensen has just wrapped one into the top corner. I mean, have you ever seen anything like it? We've subbed off our biggest goal threat at half-time. I mean, why is no one on the edge of the box? And when that ball comes out there, why has he got all the time in the world? Is that in the top corner? Could Kepa do better with that one? I think I'm disappointed with that goal, if I'm honest with you. 2-0 to Barcelona now. It looks like we're not going to be picking up our first trophy of the season unless something drastic does change. We're going on to attacking. Let's now make some more substitutions. We are going to see a debut here for Sofiane Diop. He's coming on for Vinicius Jr. And we're also going to bring on... Where's Brahim Diaz? Is he injured at the moment? I think he is. Arda Güler's going to come on then for for Rodrigo, and we're going to get on Rodriguez here for Tchouaméni, play him as a pressing forward, and we've got one more substitution left. Dani Ceballos is going to come on here for Luka Modric, who has failed to impress, play him as a Mazzala. We're going to play Bellingham as an attacking midfielder on support. Camavinga is now going to come to be the ball-winning midfielder. 25 minutes left on the clock. We need to get back into this game. All 5 substitutions have now been made. Can Diop be the difference on his debut? Corner comes in there. It's cleared only momentarily though. As far as Romeo, he goes inside here to João Cancelo. A bit of room to hit one. It's gone through Kepa again, just over the bar. The quicker Courtois is back from injury, the better. I know he's done his cruciate ligaments and everything like that, but Kepa Arrizabalaga has been a big letdown for us so far this season. But looking at the player ratings, he's not actually having that bad of a game compared to Vasquez, Alaba and Mendy. We're actually going to berate them because this isn't good enough. It's an El Clasico, it's a derby at the end of the day, and we're being absolutely battered by them. Cancelo will take this right right-footed outswinger. Low towards that near post, headed away by Rodriguez, but it's not clear. It's still in there. It's very scrappy at the moment. We managed to get it a little bit further clear. 15 minutes left on the clock. Still 2-0 Barcelona. They have completely controlled it this second half. Since they've gone to the 4-3-3 with the wingers, we're going to give them one last piece of beratedness. And we're just going to sit here disappointed. Bellingham's had a good game on off the bench. Maybe we should have started him. We're going to very attacking. 4 minutes added on at the end of today's game. We're certainly not going to be winning this trophy unless there is some late drama. Pedri is tackled, but it still finds Gavi on the edge. Cuts it back into Pedri, who strikes well over the bar. I think we can count this game as one to forget about. Disappointing not to win our first trophy of the season, but more importantly, losing to Barcelona, our biggest rivals in the derby. Full-time Barcelona win at the Super Cup. Like I say, it wasn't planned to be a Super Cup double was today's episode. I don't know why you play a semi-final and then 3 days later you play the final after playing no other games in the competition. They've got 2 goalkeepers stood on there. Should both goalkeepers be there? Did both goalkeepers play? Or is that the whole matchday squad? I'm not really too sure, but we'll watch Barcelona lift the trophy. As disappointing as it is, they clearly deserve their moment. Barcelona are Super Cup winners. Spanish Super Cup, whatever it's called, for the 23-24 campaign. Very, very disappointing. And there we have it. We'll leave it there then for today's episode. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. 2 signings in through the door. Osimhen still yet to make his Real Madrid debut. But thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And hopefully my computer is fixed for the next episode because it's been an absolute nightmare today. Fingers crossed this video went out for 6 o'clock as well. If not, I can only apologise. Peace.